Alright, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday in the month of January 2017. An epic month here. Some amazing Bordeaux events, including this 1961 Bordeaux tasting where we showcased not 8, but 9 wines from the 1961 vintage. We only had 8 on the calendar to drink, but I said, man, when am I going to do this tasting again? So every single 1961 that we had in the store at the Wine Watch, we opened up. Well, not every bottle. We had 2 bottles of some of these. And I have to say, almost all of the wines showed up. We did have our good friend Charles Radlauer, who donated the 1961 for his spot. And we had Brion, we had Mouton Rothchild, Mission Brion, Latour Pomerol. $10,000 for that wine? I couldn't believe how much that wine cost. When I got 2 bottles in a recent cellar acquisition, I immediately put one of them aside because I've never had it. I had to see what this wine tasted like. It was a fluke when they made great wines in 1961 because they didn't assemble the wines the same way. They didn't have cold fermentation tanks at that time. So you really were at the mercy of Mother Nature, not only during the vintage, but after when they were making the wine. So it's remarkable if you open 8 or 9 wines that you get even 40 or 50% of them that are good. And like I said, we have some great examples of some of the top wines from this vintage, starting with Chateau Belair from Saint Emilion. And this is 70% Merlot, 15% Cabernet Franc and Cabernet. And this wine had a little bit of an oxidative quality, you know, a little bit of a dried meat, kind of fresh earth, a little leathery character coming out. But still a bit of red currant and plum fruit on the nose in the distance there. And nice freshness on the finish. 61s had great acidity, one of the characters you need to age Bordeaux. A lot of tannins as well. And a lot of people just put these wines aside because they thought they needed 20 or 30 years. And in some cases, like this 61 Beychevelle, wow, they did. This was a perfect bottle. This wine had just a beautiful bouquet to it. Red currants, exotic spices, smoky, meaty, sweet meat notes. And this was a crowd favorite with 3 votes for second place. Lowly 4th, 5th growth, whatever Beychevelle is. And, man, on the second day, even in more intense spice. They're really smooth and silky on the tongue. Still some lovely red currant berry fruit, that exotic spice, and wonderful freshness in this wine as well. Most excellent juice. The Côte d'Estrennel, first wine we had, was too bad to serve. The second bottle was beautiful. It had a bit of that curry and Asian spice there that you get from this property that's so well known for. Still some red currant berry fruit, silky smooth tannins, and again, wonderful freshness to this wine, and good minerality here. Excellent juice. The Lynch Badge, this wine took a while to open up. Really dark in color, dark plum and currant berry fruit, dark cocoa, smoked meats, coffee, graphite, that classic pencil lead minerality you get from Pauillac. A little bit of this barnyard character coming out as this wine opens up. Excellent structure and a really wonderful freshness there. The 61 Mouton, although a lot of people liked it, wasn't the best bottle of 61 Mouton that I've ever had. It had a bit of a potato skin note to it, somebody said. I kind of got that on the second day. A little bit of VA coming out in this one. And the crowd liked this one, though. It received 1 vote for first and 2 votes for second. Even not a perfect bottle. All right, the Mission Brion up next. This one had a beautiful bouquet, smoky barbecue notes that both Brion and Mission are known for. Exotic spices and just wonderful fruit still left in this one, and vibrancy, silky smooth tannins. This wine definitely drinking at its peak right now. I'd like to have tried it 10 years ago, but still a long layered finish there. That spice and smoky character. Most excellent juice. That was my second favorite wine. Then the Brion, which, like I said, not a perfect bottle of Brion. This wine had a little bit oxidative quality, still some of that smoky barbecue quality in this, a little beef quality to this wine as well, but still had some fruit, definitely better on the palate than it was on the nose. And a little bit of that baked potato skin quality, too. I started getting that in the wine after the power suggestion. So great. The 61 Latour was a beautiful bottle, even though the fill was about right here on the shoulder. And this wine just had an incredibly complex nose, that pencil lead, graphite minerality, dark currant berry fruit, and holding up very nicely. Still some tannins left in this wine. Most excellent juice. I'm sorry, that was the second favorite of the night. Latour Pomerol definitely took the prize. This wine had the most fruit of all the 61s on the table. A dark, rich color, a big nose, and some of the group said it reminded them of Cabernet Sauvignon on the nose, coffee, sweet herbs, and a nice hint of that clay-like minerality that you get from Pomerol. Really dense and rich on the tongue. Like I said, this wine displayed more fruit than any of the other wines. A long layered finish. You could keep this wine another 10, 20 years, maybe more, but this wine is just beautiful right now. Killer juice. And at $10,000 a bottle, man, it should be. That's what we had to drink at our 1961 Bordeaux tasting. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying, remember, always drink the good stuff first.